afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to make a long speech. I know that you have been very patient, very attentive, very contributing to this conference, and we appreciate that. On behalf of the Journalists and Writers Foundation and also Alliance for Shared Values, I would like to thank you for joining us to the UNGA Conference 2018. This is our third annual conference. Our first annual conference, we talked about education for sustainable development. For second UNGA conference, we talked about the UN post-2015 development agenda, and we talked about the importance of public-private partnership to achieve the SDGs. And this year, after consulting and collaborating with the United Nations Secretariat, UN missions, member states, as well as the NGOs and civil society organizations, we come up with Transforming Our World, SDGs to ensure no one is left behind. And I think I'm so happy to see that we have civil society experts, academics, diplomats from the UN who are present here and who have contributed to this conference. My job is very easy. So I would like to do the thanks to our keynote speakers, our moderators, speakers, and most importantly, our discussants and our speakers for their fruitful discussions, and they have talked about peace, culture of peace, human rights, press freedom, and many different global agenda. At the same time, I would like to thank our interns, our volunteers who worked tirelessly to put this program together. And at the same time, I would like to thank our media who have been covering this event. So we will publish all video recordings and also the social media who they have been sharing all these discussions, all your remarks in this conference. But of course, you know, we would have wonderful speakers, but without an amazing audience, this program wouldn't be that success. So that's why I would like to thank every one of you in the audience for coming to this event, participating with your discussions, with your reflections, and making this event successful. So thank you so much for coming. I think we can give a round of applause. At the same time, I think during the breaks, lunch, I have witnessed conversations, one-on-one meetings, and networking meetings among among yourselves. I think that is one of the goals of this program. How can we build collaboration, partnership among different organizations across the globe so that we can put our efforts to make this world a much better place to live? So that's why I'm so happy to see that. I would like to just thank two people. I hope I'm not missing them. I think UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, he did a great job to eliminate gender disparity at the United Nations, to give a message to the world that women representation is not enough. And thanks to him and his leadership, we have 50-50% women representation at the United Nations, and I think we can applaud that, right? For the Journalists and Writers Foundation, women empowerment and girls' education is one of the core important topics. And women representation at the JWF is 75% to 25%. I think we are 25% over 50-50. Thank you. And lastly, I would like to thank our global partners who have been displayed over here, that this event wouldn't be possible without their contributions, because this is not only JWF or the Alliance for Shared Values. This is a collective work, this is a collective effort, and they bring the flavors of South Africa, Australia, Holland, Netherlands, Brazil, Kenya, all like Cambodia, Thailand, India, like from, I think, 16 different countries, and we cannot thank enough. But I would like to just read their names, okay, the organizations. If you could, applause, I would really appreciate it because they deserve it. Affinity Intercultural Foundation from Australia. Australian Intercultural Society. Central Cultural Brazil Turca from Brazil. Hira Magazine from Egypt. Zaman Arabic newspaper from Egypt. Educational Endowment Trust from India. Indialog Foundation from India. Harmony Institute from Kenya. Platform INS from Netherlands. Pacific Dialogue Foundation from Philippines. Turquoise Harmony Institute from South Africa. Universal Rights Association from South Africa. Kilimanjaro Dialogue Institute from Tanzania. Atlantic Institute from USA. Arco Forum from Spain. And Turkish Cultural Center, Brooklyn. So thank you so much for coming, supporting, collaborating, and we hope to see you next year, UNGA 74th session. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening.